Think you need a big budget for a luxurious patio garden? Think again. What if we told you that with just a few smart touches, like a trellis, thrift chairs, or climbing flowers, you could create a space that looks straight out of a magazine? Welcome to Backyard Fortune, where we help everyday dreamers turn tight outdoor corners into timeless retreats. In this video, we'll share small patio garden ideas that look expensive but are incredibly easy to DIY. The best part? We've added timestamps so you can skip straight to what you need. And if you have any questions or ideas, drop them in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. One mini tropical retreat for urban patios. There's something undeniably magical about transforming a small, forgotten patio corner into your very own tropical retreat. Not a grand, sprawling garden, but something more intimate, personal, human-sized. A place that greets you each morning with the scent of hibiscus, the soft rustle of palms, and the glow of sunlight playing through leafy shadows. In the heart of the city, surrounded by walls and windows, this tropical oasis thrives. Look closely, you'll see clusters of bold ceramic pots in shades of cobalt, terracotta, and ocean blue. Each pot holds its own vibrant story, a banana leaf swaying gently, a flowering orchid beaming in pinks and purples, or the broad leaves of a bird of paradise reaching skyward like hopeful arms. These are not just plants, they are characters in a peaceful play that unfolds each day on your patio stage. The furniture is simple, natural, and welcoming. Bamboo chairs with soft cushions that invite you to sit back, sip something cold, and just exist for a moment. There's no pressure to style or pose. The magic comes not from perfection, but from intention. String lights hang above like stars waiting for dusk, ready to cast a golden glow over twilight conversations and quiet laughter. Notice how the artificial grass adds comfort underfoot without overwhelming the senses, a gentle softness that invites barefoot mornings and barefoot evenings. A small rattan table, just big enough for 2 drinks and a book, becomes the center of stillness. And the surrounding green? It wraps around you like a warm embrace, soothing the rush of the world beyond those walls. What makes this design so beautiful isn't just its lushness, it's the way everything feels possible. These ideas aren't reserved for sprawling homes or costly renovations. They're grounded in simplicity, a few well-chosen pots, tropical plants that love the sun, and natural materials that breathe with the wind. You don't need a large budget. You don't need a garden planner. You just need vision, a bit of patience, and the belief that small spaces can bloom just as boldly as the big ones. So the next time you step outside and see that empty corner, remember, it's not just a patio. It could be your own private island, a miniature rainforest, or a calming sanctuary beneath city skies. The only thing missing is you and your first plant. Two, sun-drenched Mediterranean patio nook. Tucked between bright stucco walls and kissed by Mediterranean light, this small patio feels like a secret garden whispered into existence. The rich cobalt tiles shimmer like calm sea waves under the afternoon sun, grounding the space with vibrant charm. Along the edges, terracotta pots overflow with bougainvillea, their magenta blooms tumbling in soft cascades as if nature itself is painting joy onto the white canvas of the wall. A pair of wrought iron chairs, gracefully curved and detailed, cradle plump seat cushions, inviting you to sit and let time slow down. Between them, a mosaic bistro table glows with hand-laid pattern, holding a carafe of lemonade and a favorite book set gently aside. You can almost hear the lazy buzz of bees and the gentle rustle of linen curtains swaying by the open shutters, painted in sky blue brilliance. In the corner, a miniature lemon tree stands proud, its golden fruit glowing like lanterns in the sun. The scent of citrus mingles with herbs from nearby pots, rosemary, mint, and lavender, creating an invisible tapestry of calm. Everything here is simple, natural, and real. There's no cinematic trickery, no filters, just honest textures, dappled sunlight, and the gentle rhythm of outdoor living. This isn't just a place to sit. It's a feeling, like a summer morning in southern Europe, like the comfort of a breeze that knows your name. It proves that even the smallest corners can hold magic, with just a little imagination and a touch of Mediterranean soul. Three, Bohemian garden corner with soulful layers. Somewhere between art and comfort lies a patio woven with stories. In this little bohemian haven, the space doesn't boast luxury, but soul. Low cushions are scattered like fallen petals, their richly embroidered covers hinting at distant cultures and long-forgotten tales. Tapestries flutter gently against the brick walls, catching the breeze like sails on a quiet sea. The textures feel handmade, personal, rattan, macrame, aged pottery, and rugs layered in carefree harmony. Here, beauty is found in the imperfect, in the mix of time-worn patterns and nature's soft edges. A string of golden light sways slightly overhead, casting a glow that makes everything look dipped in honey. Hanging vines curl from macrame holders, reaching downward like enchanted greenery from an old folk story. The L-shaped wicker couch doesn't match the coffee table, and the rugs don't exactly align, but it's this very lack of symmetry that makes it feel so human, so real. You can imagine an evening here with warm tea, stories flowing, music low, and hearts completely at ease. This isn't just a patio. It's a pocket of peace stitched from memory, sun, and earth, proof that with a little color, texture, and care, even the smallest garden corner can feel like an open-air sanctuary designed by soul and not by price. Four, colorful vertical jungle for tiny patios. In the hush of a city morning, tucked between painted walls of turquoise blue and sunflower yellow, a garden awakens, not in sprawling fields, but in a vertical embrace. This narrow patio pulses with joy, as if every plant and every pot was placed not just with intention, but with a spark of rebellion against monotony. Hanging from above and mounted to every surface are bursts of life, planters in electric pinks, citrus greens, and deep ocean blues. Each one holds a piece of a larger rhythm, glossy pothos cascading like ribbons, spider plants reaching like curious fingers, ferns that dance with every breeze. Here, there are no wasted corners. The walls become canvas, and the plants, brushstrokes of green and gold. On the ground, the story continues. Terracotta pots, glazed ceramics, even a sunny yellow drum turnstool, all anchor this garden with grounded whimsy. Some plants climb boldly upward, others spill low and wide, their leaves brushing your knees as you wander through. There's a yellow chair tucked quietly in one corner, not flashy, but cheerful, like it knows its role is simply to invite rest. This patio doesn't need grand design tricks or expensive builds. It thrives on color, on confidence, and on the simple idea that nature always finds a way, even in the smallest spaces. It's a jungle not tamed, but celebrated. And as the afternoon sun filters through trailing vines, you'll feel it too. This place is alive, and you are a welcome guest in its joyful riot. Five, vibrant mini flower garden celebration. Sometimes, the most breathtaking gardens bloom in the smallest corners. Imagine stepping out onto a modest patio where the air is thick with the scent of fresh blossoms and the warmth of the sun dances gently across terracotta pots. There's no grandeur here, only joy, alive in petals and colors. The clay planters rise like a staircase of life, each level brimming with daisies, pansies, marigolds, and zinnias in a symphony of reds, pinks, purples, yellows, and whites. They bloom like laughter, spilling over the edges with cheerful abundance. At the heart of this blooming nook rests a rustic wooden bench, its aged slats softened by floral cushions that feel like a warm embrace. Overhead, a rainbow umbrella unfurls with playful elegance, casting a pastel canopy that filters the sunlight just enough to create gentle shadows on the patio floor. The parasol stripes echo the palette of the flowers below, as if even the sky wanted to be part of this tiny celebration. There's something poetic about the way this space is arranged, thoughtfully layered but never forced, each pot leaning into the next like neighbors whispering stories. To the side, a white wrought iron stand holds smaller planters, charming in their simplicity, like tiny bouquets placed lovingly on open hands. And beneath it all, a soft vintage rug spreads floral patterns underfoot, grounding the space with comfort and care. No filters, no tricks, just real flowers in real sunlight, captured at just the right hour when colors sing their brightest songs. This garden doesn't pretend to be luxurious, it simply is. And perhaps that's what makes it feel so priceless. Like a garden kissed by joy, wrapped in light, and forever in bloom. Six, minimalist patio with bold color punch. In a quiet corner of the city, where space is precious and design is deliberate, this minimalist patio unfolds like a page from a modern sketchbook. The floor, paved in soft gray tiles, grounds the entire scene with calm precision. Against the stark white walls, low-profile furniture reveals its character through shape and color. Vivid red cushions, angular white frames, and pastel-toned side tables that echo playful geometry. As evening drapes over the sky, a quiet transformation begins. Thin neon lights, in gentle hues of orange, mint, and violet, glow along the walls, adding a futuristic whisper to the cozy corner. They don't overwhelm, they simply enhance. And suddenly, the patio becomes something more, not just a place to sit, but a quiet celebration of form and light. There are no flowers, no vines, and yet nature breathes here too, in the form of sleek potted plants with sculptural lines. The breeze may be soft, but every element stands with intention. Nothing extra, nothing wasted. Just balance. It's proof that even the smallest patios can feel expensive, not through cost, but through clarity. With just a few colors and a lot of thought, this little sanctuary invites you to rest, to reflect, and to appreciate how beauty lives in simplicity. No filters, no tricks, just a moment of real design made to be lived in. Seven, fairy tale patio full of magic and wonder. Step into a hidden world where the ordinary melts away and enchantment gently takes root. This isn't just a garden, it's a living fairy tale drawn from the edges of dreams, designed with joy, whimsy, and a touch of magic. all on a patio small enough to fit behind your house, yet grand enough to host imagination itself. Smooth stone paths curl like soft ribbons through blooming tapestries of pansies, violets, and impatience. Between each step, surprises bloom. Here, a spotted red mushroom, towering like an umbrella for fairies. There, a tiny wooden bridge arching over a dry riverbed of pale pebbles, as if inviting mythical creatures to cross. The layout feels playful yet intentional, a blend of childlike curiosity and subtle elegance that transforms even limited space into something ethereal. Glowing paper lanterns float like moonlight caught in soft color, hanging overhead in pale pastels that mirror the blossoms below. At dusk, they shimmer with a gentle glow, not too bright, not too staged, just enough to cast a golden hush across the setting, like a lullaby made of light. This lighting is a crucial element, easy to install, yet powerful in its ability to soften the atmosphere and highlight every charming detail. Little fairy cottages with curved rooftops and mossy doors are nestled among the flowerbeds, framed by low hedges and flanked by hand-painted garden stones. Some cottages are sculpted from cement, others crafted from upcycled materials, showing that even simple DIY methods can yield results worthy of a secret garden. There's no need for extravagance, just creativity, care, and a spark of childhood wonder. Even the seating invites storybook moments. A wooden bench beside a mushroom toadstool feels like it belongs to a wandering elf, while pebble-lined clearings make perfect spots for tea with a gnome or reading beneath hanging wisteria. Each element, though small, adds to a layered world where real texture, color, and form create a fantasy rooted in the natural. This kind of patio garden doesn't require vast land or large budgets. It needs vision. A few well-placed stones, thoughtful plantings, playful touches, and soft lighting can turn any quiet corner into a scene that makes you stop, smile, and feel, if only for a moment, like you've stepped into a story. Let your hands be guided not just by tools and soil, but by the wonder you once knew as a child. Because magic, in a garden like this, isn't bought. It's built. Eight, Zen garden with tropical vibes and koi pond. There's a kind of peace you can't quite describe, only feel. And in this garden, that peace is alive in every ripple, every stone, every breath of bamboo swaying in the breeze. Here, a koi pond snakes gently through the patio like a living stream of calm, its surface dotted with lily pads and soft pink blooms. Beneath the water, vibrant koi move with an elegant stillness, as if they too have learned the language of slow, sacred moments. Around the pond, cushions in deep violet and coral are scattered like quiet invitations. Sit, pause, sip your tea. The stone pathways are deliberate, each step a mindful movement between texture and shadow, guiding bare feet toward places where time slows down. Tall golden bamboo lines the edges like living sculpture, while tropical greens press in gently from all sides, bringing freshness and life in every direction. Nothing here feels staged. The fruit on the tray is real. The scent of the blossoms, the softness of the light, the sound of water gently swirling, all of it exists exactly as it is. There are no filters, no artificial touches. Just balance. Harmony. The quiet joy of a space that doesn't try to impress, but simply welcomes you to be present. It's a dream you can build. A retreat you can create, even in a small corner. And once you do, it will never be just a garden again. It will be your sanctuary. Nine, golden hour patio with firelight and flowers. As golden hour settles gently over a quiet patio, the world outside seems to slow its pace. This small outdoor haven is wrapped in soft floral blooms, roses and ranunculus in blushing pinks, sunset peaches, and creamy whites, as if planted by the hands of dusk itself. The center holds a fire pit, not loud or commanding, but calm and steady, offering a quiet flicker of warmth that seems to echo the amber sky above. Lanterns line the corners with a gentle glow, their glass casings catching the flicker of flame like captured stars. Simple benches rest under string lights that drape like a lullaby overhead, not too many, not too bright, just enough to kiss the scene with sparkle. The design feels effortlessly elegant, earthy tones in the seating, golden reflections on the petals, and the kind of arrangement that doesn't feel staged but simply lived in. It's a space made not for performance, but for presence, where conversations flow softly, laughter settles between cushions, and every breath feels more mindful. No special effects, no artificial shine. Just real textures, true lighting, and the rare kind of beauty that only shows up when you give it space to breathe. (10) Joyful color pop patio for fun gatherings. There's something magical about a backyard bathed in color, where laughter echoes through the air, balloons drift lazily in the summer breeze, and every corner tells a story of celebration. This small patio doesn't whisper serenity, it shouts joy in the brightest, most unapologetic way. Pink picnic tables stretch beneath a canopy of rainbow umbrellas, their shadows dancing across the ground like confetti. Marigolds spill from teal and yellow planters, adding bursts of orange and gold that catch the light just so. A cheerful inflatable pool sits like a sunbeam at the heart of it all, surrounded by garden toys and oversized games that invite everyone to play, young or old, barefoot or in sandals, it doesn't matter. In one cozy nook, wicker chairs cradle plush pillows dotted with hearts and polka dots, their colors mimicking the bunting strung above. A barbecue glows with gentle flames nearby, warming the moment like a hug from the past. Children's toys are scattered with charming carelessness, the kind that only comes from a space truly lived in. A rainbow of blankets is draped on chairs, ready to catch damp swimmers or sleepy toddlers after hours of giggles and splashes. The beauty here doesn't come from polished perfection, it's in the authenticity. The honest sunlight, the playful imperfections, the way every detail seems to hum with life. This garden isn't just a backdrop. It's the heartbeat of a summer memory, where the ordinary becomes unforgettable. A joyful patio brought to life not by design alone, but by the people who gather here, full of warmth, laughter, and the colors of pure happiness. (11) Vintage-inspired rustic patio garden with farmhouse touch. In a quiet little nook that feels like time stood still, this rustic patio whispers stories of old countryside mornings. Stacked wooden crates, weathered by years of use, now cradle pots of rosemary, thyme, and cheerful lavender. A repurposed enamel teapot, its paint chipped with charm, proudly holds a sprig of basil as if it were a flower. Nearby, an iron bench with gently curved arms invites you to rest, its cushion dressed in hand-sewn vintage fabric, soft and sun-warmed. Around the corner, a wooden table stands steady beneath a pitcher of herbs and an old metal tray of tea mugs. The gravel path underfoot crunches lightly as you walk, while ceramic jugs in earthy glazes anchor the space like forgotten relics. Hanging lanterns glow faintly in the late afternoon light, their glass flickering with gentle reflections. There's no rush here, only the grounded simplicity of objects that belong, textures that speak of care, and air that carries the faintest scent of herbs and weathered wood. It's a place that asks nothing from you but presence, like the best stories, ones you can sit inside without needing to explain. Black and white minimal patio with night garden charm. There's a certain quiet poetry in black and white. In this minimal patio, every line is clean, every tone deliberate. Soft white pebbles blanket the ground like moonlit snow, their texture whispering underfoot. Against them, tall black planters rise with tropical foliage, their leaves dark, waxy, and elegant, nature shaped like sculpture. A bench with striped cushions rests beneath a pergola, simple yet striking. It invites stillness, a moment of pause under the stars. Lantern lights flicker softly around the edges, like fireflies caught in orbit, warm, subtle, and deliberate. There's no excess, no distraction. Just form, balance, and calm. Another corner of this patio tells its story through contrast. A smooth white bench flanked by two glossy black urns, bold yet humble. Above, a string of warm Edison bulbs casts a golden hush across the walls, light that flatters without overpowering. Beneath the bench, a natural rug lends softness, grounding the grayscale palette with woven texture. The final scene opens like a cinematic frame, symmetrical, quiet, and serene. A straight path of large gray tiles guides the eye to a black bench at the far end, framed by lush plants and gentle lights lining the walkway. Pebbles spill to either side, cool and untouched. The atmosphere is one of timeless clarity, modern yet meditative. This patio design isn't just about decor. It's about creating space for presence. A retreat for the senses. A monochrome garden that proves you don't need color to feel alive. Just harmony, texture, and a touch of thoughtful light. Cottage garden patio with vintage bench and wildflowers. A dreamy cottage patio filled with wild charm. A weathered wooden bench sits beneath climbing vines, its surface faded and softened by time. Around it, mismatched pots overflow with daisies, chamomile, lavender, and cornflowers, each one dancing gently in the breeze, as if singing a lullaby from the English countryside. Nearby, a lace-covered table holds a vintage enamel pitcher brimming with freshly picked wildflowers, echoing the simplicity of days gone by. There's a quiet honesty in the way the sunlight brushes the stone floor, and in how the garden tools hang with purpose on the wall. A straw hat rests lightly on the bench edge, beside a folded crochet throw, small details that hint at slow afternoons and stories waiting to be told. Bees buzz softly in the background, and the fragrance of herbs mingles with warm earth and petal. Nothing here is curated for perfection, and that's what makes it so captivating. This is a space that breathes, that embraces every imperfection like an old friend. It feels lived in, loved, and completely real, like a garden plucked from a memory, quietly blooming in a corner of the world where time moves just a little more gently. Compact spiral succulent garden for small spaces. Tucked into a quiet corner of the patio, a tiny spiral garden rises with quiet confidence. Built tier by tier using humble bricks and soft gravel, it draws the eye with its graceful swirl and surprising textures. From the base to the tip, clusters of succulents, rosettes of jade, blush-toned echeveria, and the tight symmetry of hens and chicks cling to the spiral as if dancing up a stone staircase. Each step is softened with patches of moss and nestled with miniature companions, a ceramic gnome watching curiously, a tiny bird bath catching sunlight, and a clay snail resting mid-journey. This is not just a planter, it's a scene, a story unfolding in slow, sun-warmed moments. Light spills gently across its surface, catching the powdery sheen of each succulent leaf. And at the heart of this design is an invitation to create something magical in a space no larger than a doormat. With a few bricks, some soil, and imagination, a corner of your patio can become a world of wonder. It's a reminder that beauty doesn't need grandeur. It just needs care, creativity, and a place to grow. (15) Patio trellis garden with cozy tea table for two. There's something magical about a small garden space made with love, where time slows and conversation flows with the clink of teacups. In this tucked-away patio corner, vines stretch gracefully across a wooden trellis, creating a living tapestry of green. The morning glories bloom in bold purples, while jasmine stars whisper softly along the edges, their scent lingering in the warm air. At the heart of this intimate space, a round table stands like an invitation. Wrought iron or dainty white scrollwork, it's set simply yet thoughtfully. A porcelain teapot waits beside 2 cups, a few pastries arranged like sweet secrets on fine china. Soft cushions rest on rattan or bistro-style chairs, worn just enough to feel like home. A single paper lantern drifts overhead, catching golden afternoon light as it sways gently in the breeze. There are no grand gestures here. Just warmth, thoughtfulness, climbing vines and blooming clematis that grow wilder with each season, wrapping the space in privacy and peace. Even the tools on the wall, rusted but respected, tell a story of hands that care for this little corner with devotion. It's easy to imagine yourself here. No need for grand renovation. A trellis, a few plants, second-hand furniture dressed with heart, and suddenly, your patio becomes a secret retreat. A place where life slows down, tea stays warm, and beauty lives in every imperfect detail. If this video sparked a new idea or inspired a corner of your home, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a little backyard magic. New ideas drop every week here at Backyard Fortune, where small spaces become soulful escapes. See you in the next one.